Good morning. Welcome to our Monday morning motivation. I hope you had a lovely weekend. This is your friend Movitanawa. It's a joy to be joined by you. I want to start today's session by telling you a short story. Several years ago, I had registered for a conference in Baltimore, Maryland. I want to be honest with you that the reason I had registered for that conference is because my boss, Bishop T.D. Jakes, at that time was going to be speaking at that conference, number one. Number two, I wanted to tag along and then sell and promote my books, my CDs, and sell them at that conference. So I registered and I synchronized everything. And then because of resources, limited resources, I was to fly. No. I wish I could fly. I was to drive to Baltimore, Maryland from Dallas, Texas, Grand Prairie in particular. And the journey was a 16-hour, 17-hour journey from Dallas, all the way up, just like that, through Maryland and all the way up to Washington. And so I started my journey. I think the conference was starting on Friday afternoon. And I was driving there. I started off on a Thursday morning because I timed it such a way that at least by morning of Friday, I would be there, freshen up, go and set up and do what I needed to do. And so as I drove to that conference, I soon began to realize what I had started, the journey that I was on. Sometimes in life, you never know what you are into until you start. And sometimes you never know what you have started until you are into it. And so I reached a point where I was so exhausted. I was driving my Chrysler minivan loaded with books and audios and just hustling, just hustling. I was a 25, 26-year-old young man with a vision, maybe 27. And I was pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. I got so tired. I got so tired that at some point I said to myself, I can't do this. I can't do this. I need to turn back and go back home. But it was midway through. Benjamin, good morning. It was midway through. At that point, in fact, slightly past midway through. So I was like 60% into the journey and I wanted to quit. And at that point, I said to myself, what am I going back for? Then I got discouraged. The cost was just going up and up and up and up. Then I said, but I'm closer to my destiny than I am from where I'm coming from. Undia, good morning. And at that point, I had reached my point of no return. So your point of no return is a place where the great things that lie ahead of you begin to inspire you more than the things that lie behind you. And so I want to give you some things that will help you when you reach your crossroads, a place where the left is calling, the right is calling, the back is calling, the front is calling, and you don't know what to do. Number one, at crossroads is a point of self-discovery. Crossroads are a good place to find out who you really are. But not only will you find out who you really are, you will also find out who is really with you and who is not with you. And that is a very important aspect of life. When we begin to know who is on our side and who is not on our side, we start to weave out and to weed out chaff. We start to eliminate those people who shouldn't have been in our lives in the first place. We start to to get rid of garbage. We start to get rid of excess luggage. We start to manage our expectations. Number 2, visualize yourself completing the race that you have started. Yes, the left is calling, the right is calling, but when you're at crossroads, it's a point of being genuinely true to yourself. As a matter of fact, I think all of life should be about genuineness, about being the authentic self that God designed you to be. When you manifest trueness, when you manifest purity, when you manifest authenticity, you will find yourself tapping into a new level of energy that you have visualized that will sanitize your attitude, your motives, and even your general welfare. Number 3, crossroads are a time to invest. Why was I going to Baltimore, Maryland? I was investing in my name. I was investing in my brand. I was investing in my business. Why are you working on a Monday morning when you should be somewhere else? You are investing. Why are you hustling and pushing? You are investing. Why do you do the things you do? You are investing. Why do you wake up every morning as a single mother trying to take care of a child and your children, as a single father trying to hustle? You are investing in a future whose end you believe is going to be better than that which you left behind. Number 4, connect with bold people and great people around you. Crossroads are not for wimpy, sissy, namby-pamby, backslidden, ever giving up, always giving up kind of souls. Crossroads are for giants. Several years ago, a certain school hired one of my big buses, SOS to be particular, in Chipata compound. They hired one of my buses together with some of my canters. We had to take some children from SOS to Siavonga for a retreat. So I drove the big bus. 2 of my drivers drove 2 other vehicles, 1 small bus and 1 canter. We had about 130 students that we were taking. But this family or this organization never told us exactly how far the distance was from the tarmac to the camp where they were going. And so we turned into the bush, and I was driving the big Marco Polo bus, and I was splitting gears and shifting. And we reached a certain place where the bus was just too low for the road and terrain. To be honest, that big bus should never have been in the bush. And we reached at that point and we parked and we got stuck. And we got stuck and we got stuck and I realized I had to do something about it. I told my driver, Michael, I said, Michael, grab me the big jack. These kids saw me driving this big Marco Polo bus, but they never saw that side of me. I adorned on me an overall, as you say in Zambia, overalls. I adorned on me an overall, and I jumped underneath that bus. And together with Mike, we began to lift. We were at crossroads. We couldn't go back. We couldn't go backwards. There was certainly no way we could turn to the side. It was in the bush. We made a mistake going through that road, but we never made a mistake taking those children. And I began to lift. I was underneath the bus. You could hardly pass a razor underneath that bus. It had sat down on the Somi Lomi sands of Siavonga. And I kept lifting, and as we lifted and we brought the log and let the bus step on the tire. We lifted again, Look, we had no choice but to come out of the crossroads. At crossroads is a place for bold people. You need people who call you every morning and say you will make it. You need people who remind you that you are a great person. At crossroads is not a place to be with people who keep making you regret, making you feel sorry for yourself. So connect with bold people who go for what they want and who want you to have what you deserve. Number 5, don't follow conventional thinking. It is okay to be alone. It is okay to be lonely. But guess what? All great people were once alone. All great people were once left out. All great people were once rejected. I think of one great American president who struggled so much to be president. He ran for Senate. I'll pull up that statistic. lost his wife, lost his daughter. Everything looked like he would never make it. But you know what? At Crossroads is a time to follow your path. William Shakespeare says, "This above all else, to thine own self be true." Number 6, do not overthink things. There comes a time at Crossroads when you must take a pause and just go chill. There comes a time at Crossroads when you must say to yourself, let me take care of me. There comes a time at Crossroads when you must just do certain things, even if it's for 2 seconds. But because you are being true to yourself, you will do greatness at your crossroads. Let me leave you with the following. Number 1, make decisions based on what you really want in your life. Crossroads are not for schizophrenic mindsets that yo-yo from left to right. No. You will not make decisions based on what is the easiest path. No. You will take the risk if you have to. You will even do for other people what they would never do for you because you're at crossroads. In doing so, your crossroads will become the defining moment of your life. Your crossroads will become your crowning moment. Your crossroads will be the most powerful time of your life. It is funny how pain is so close to gain, how darkness is right next to light, how crossroads are just a door before breakthroughs. When you reach your point of no return, when you deal with your crossroads, you have now matured into a realm of leaders, a realm of great people, a realm of amazing soldiers. So, have a wonderful Monday. Make it great. Let the blessings of the Lord reign upon your life. And let nothing, the whirlwinds of change, the waters of discouragement, let nothing overwhelm, overshadow the great things that come ahead of your life. I started with the story of my journey to Baltimore. Allow me to leave you with how the story ended. I reached Maryland 23 hours later. I was driving, barely slept, set up, and at some point Bishop T.D. Jakes came to the lobby to greet people. And he found me at my book stand. And Bishop says, "Mobita, what are you doing here?" Never ask a baby crocodile what it's doing in the water. Never ask a baby elephant what it's doing under Mubuyu tree. Never ask a small little monkey what it's doing around bananas. Have a beautiful day. Have a glorious, fantastic week. Let your crossroads be your breakthrough. God bless you.